appropriate for me to start, okay?
Yes, you can start now.
Can I start now?
Yes.
Okay. Al Collins, I'm the acting chair from the last meeting to this meeting. And I want to thank Tricia for excuse me, working with us to find a time, and I know getting us together. And a quorum is always a difficult thing to do. You think we would be running some large 500K corporations or something. Maybe you guys do. I know I don't. I just can't avoid the doctor's appointments at the same time. I have other things to do. Speaking of which, today I've called the meeting to order. A couple of things. I have reviewed the minutes from the last meeting. I have not. I'm signing off on them and sending them back to Tricia. I didn't have any issues with them, unless somebody has some concerns about any concerns or issues relative to the minutes from last meeting. Okay, here and none. Then Tricia will assume their thought and say we will accept those, and so I'll sign them and get them back into the mail to you.
Okay.
This day or tomorrow. Okay.
So for the rest of the other two board members, the minutes of the last meeting just indicated the positions that you had reviewed and accepted. And then as the temporary chair, Al will sign them so that they're official and can be provided as public information on the city's website for the Civil Service Board.
Thanks for getting us up to speed on how that all works. It's been a few months, and COVID and other things. I don't know about you guys, have thrown me totally off. Today, unfortunately, I have to leave within 15 minutes because I have an unavoidable conflict that came up after I agreed to be at this meeting. And because we have such an issue with quorums, I did not want to say I can't be there. Rather, I talked with Tricia, and I think that you guys don't object to the protocol that we've already dealt with the minutes from the last meeting. And today, I want to note that I have reviewed the job descriptions. I have no issues with them. I reviewed everything that's with me. I have no issues with them. So if the board would agree to this protocol, I need to leave in a few minutes, as I said, and I want to leave my proxy, if he could do that, with Tricia and ask her to put in my book for everything that comes up. I'll subject to any corrections, but I said I've read all the materials, and I'm okay with it as came out to us. Secondly, I need to ask that we get an acting chair in place of the acting chair today. I've got to, as I said, I've got to get out, run to a meeting where I can't possibly finish this meeting. So I'm gonna leave my proxy and ask one of the board members there to chair this meeting and bring us to a conclusion. It's fairly straightforward. It's just got to kind of, and Tricia will guide us on the protocol if there are issues. But I think the meeting today should be fairly straightforward, and then we'll go on from there. So, Tricia, unless you disagree, can I ask you or someone there to ask our board members to be the acting for this meeting, or is one of the board members that are on? Will you agree to continue with this meeting? And I'm leaving with my proxy so we can maintain our quorum. Any volunteers?
This is Leona. I can volunteer. I will need some guidance.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. And I'm staying as long as I can. But Leona, I kind of hand the gavel over to you and ask you to continue with. I think the next steps will be each one of the job descriptions that Trish will handle those.
So will you stay until you can't stay any longer, Al? Because we'll proceed.
Maybe, I'll get 10 minutes, yeah.
Okay. So why don't we launch into Jody's job descriptions? So I don't see Lieutenant McGee or Acting Captain McGee here yet.
They are both in the attendee list. That's where I've been told to keep people until their agenda items come up.
Okay. So since Lieutenant McGee only has one position, do you mind if we bring him forward?
I just sent him the request.
Okay.
Is he there yet? No.
So you already reviewed the accounts and equipment administrator. We just didn't get to it the last time.
That's correct, yeah.
Yeah. So did anybody have any changes they wanted to point out on the accounts and equipment administrator?
I didn't.
No, none?
It looked great to me. And,
Okay. Jennifer, did you have any changes?
Is this for the accounting manager?
It's the accounts and equipment administrator for the
Oh,
police department.
okay. No, I don't.
Okay, so if everybody is fine with that, can we consider that up for a vote?
Yeah, I'll move that one if you don't mind. I'm still on. And is there?
Is everyone in favor of the job description that was presented?
Yes.
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 Okay,
Yes.
well, thank you, Dave. Have a good day.
Okay.
And is Marcia Patrick in the waiting room?
Yes, I can bring her forward.
Okay, let's do the traffic. Because I'm sorry, Jody, yours will just, these won't take any time at all because they had already reviewed them.
I've got the whole hour or whatever blocked off, so I'm.
Okay, all right, good. I think we'll get through it faster than that. Okay, so Marcia, for the traffic technician 1 and 2, the principal change here has to do with a prior requirement for a CDL license, as I understand it.
Correct.
Correct.
I did have a few comments and I'll make them very quickly.
Sure.
If I may go now.
Yeah.
I didn't understand under essential job functions, the word tractor. Is that a device that the tech uses when doing the job, or is it tracker? Radar speed tractor. Second bullet.
It should actually be a trail. It says speed radar trailer is what I'm reading. It's a trailer. They pull it behind their
Oh.
truck and they place it. It's those signs that you see that say,
Okay.
road will be closed or whatever.
Okay. So tractors, fine then, right?
I don't even know where you're seeing, so I'm confused because what I'm looking at is on the right side of my screen, and I see assist with mechanical, preventive, and corrective maintenance and installations of sign marking, traffic signals, arrow boards.
Oh, she's in the
Fine.
second bullet, Marcia.
Yeah, radar speed tractor. It's in both job descriptions for
Yeah.
the 1 and the 2.
That's a good catch. I think
It
that
should
read
say trailer. Yes.
Trailer.
Good catch, because I didn't catch that.
That's
Sorry.
okay.
I'll fix it.
But that should be trailer, because that's exactly what it is. They're just mounted on a trailer so they move around.
The next edit is just a grammatical thing. Further down, third bullet from the bottom, grinding pavement markings. Should it be grinds or is it grinding?
I don't mind either way.
Okay, that's fine.
I would put grinds as an active verb
Okay.
for consistency.
On the next page 2, right at the bottom, very last sentence, knowledge of standard practices. I don't think the K needs to be, I know this is so nitpicky. I don't think the K needs to be capitalized, but if you like it that way, that's fine.
I'm sorry, Leona, where are you reading?
Page 2 of Traffic Tech 1, right at the bottom, very last sentence, knowledge of standard practices. I just think it should be not capitalized.
Okay, got it.
That's fine. That's all I had on the tech one.
I have several if it's my turn.
Go ahead, Jennifer.
Under job summary for both the technician 1 and technician 2, where it says performs traffic control installation of or maintenance on traffic control devices. Wouldn't it be simpler to say installs and maintains traffic control devices? That sentence just seems very
Yeah.
awkward.
Installs or maintains.
Installs and or maintains, or however you want to say it, but to just use the word sounds easier than the way it's worded now.
I would just say installs and maintains
Okay.
because both apply.
And that's on the traffic technician too as well.
Uh-huh.
It's that awkward sentence at the beginning. And then I have the same under physical and mental demands. There's fingering ability and talking ability.
Yeah.
So that fingering is gonna change to dexterity,
Okay, good.
just because it's a very odd word.
And the fingering was also still in my copy, so. And the last thing I had was under working conditions, it says work is performed in an environment that requires them to regularly make decisions. In many of these descriptions, it says requires me to. This said required them to, and I felt it might read easier, requires the employee to,
Yeah.
rather than using them or me. Or the applicant, or however you want to phrase it.
Well, but it's really once the person is employed, so the employee would be appropriate.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was all I had.
I just had, this Leona again, I just had one item on Tech 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. On bullet 11, leads responsibilities for temporary and other workers. On the Tech 1, it says, same thing, leads responsibilities. Is it, you mean to say this person has lead responsibilities, like an employee who's a lead worker?
Actually, Marcia, I don't know that that should be in the Tech 1 job description in terms of a lead worker responsibility.
Yeah,
So
probably.
that should come out of there for that one.
Yeah.
Sorry to snoop in, but is it the capital LEAD?
No,
Okay.
it is a crew leader type
Oh,
responsibility
okay, never
Yeah.
mind then.
is what
I
it
thought if it
means.
was capitalized, it might be related to lead certification.
No,
I
No.
would say assumes lead worker responsibility.
yes,
Yeah,
I think
that's good.
be good, because there could be a time that this person could be I don't want to say supervising, but performing lead duties with some
The senior member.
yeah, as a
Right, right.
senior member of a crew, that they're doing something that isn't very technically difficult, such as some, certain things they do are pretty basic. So we
yeah.
could have them as, it is, because these are higher grades than our maintenance workers, so they could
Yeah.
do the minor direction of them.
You also on the Tech 2, page 2, third bullet, lead responsibilities for traffic technician 1.
Yeah, I would say maybe put serves as senior member,
Yeah,
traffic maintenance crew.
okay. All right, good.
Thank you. That's good stuff. Anything else?
I don't have anything.
All right. Do you consider those two job descriptions to be approved by the board members?
Can I have one other thing?
Oh, sure. Yeah, yeah. Sorry.
Under the traffic technician 1, at the bottom, it says working conditions.
Mhm.
I already had pointed out that I thought it would be better to say the employee. But when I go to traffic technician 2, I don't know, they seem to not match even though they're different positions. Like one is talking about working in a dynamic environment that needs to be sensitive to change and is responsive to changing goals, priors, and needs. And the other one is talking about making decisions with consequences if they fail to make the right decisions. Is that consistent to you, or is it?
No, it's looks like it's got some inconsistencies. Does it make sense for me to kind of blend in the regularly making decisions also to the tech 2? I would imagine that as the lead worker, that's the person you'd want to adjust to change.
Right. I just think they need to be more compatible. In
Right.
terms of their,
So I'll pick up, I'm just going to pick up all that's in the tech 1 and put it as a second sentence in the tech 2.
okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
good.
Okay. All right, I got it. Is that everything then, Jennifer?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Are those approved by your membership there?
Got my approval.
Okay.
Yes, I approve.
Yeah,
Right.
yes.
Speeding right along. How about we start with budget analyst? Thank you, Marcia.
Are we done?
You're
Did we
done.
Did we do stormwater? We did
We
that
did
one.
that the last time. Mhm.
Okay, excellent. Well, thank you very much to the board. Appreciate your
Thank
your
you.
comments. They're very welcome. Thank you.
Take care, Marcia.
Bye.
So Jody, I don't know if you know all the members of the Civil Service Board, but we
I don't
have
know
Alvin
them.
Collins in his
Yeah.
car.
In his car, yeah.
We have Jennifer Beard
Hello, Jennifer.
Hi.
and Leona Tatarski. And you are the finance director.
Right.
Jody.
I'm Jody Dickinson. I'm the finance director. Had many years, too many to count, years of experience in governmental finance, and auditing, accounting and auditing. So,
Wonderful.
do you want me to give a little bit of background on this?
Sure.
Because we got so many positions here. These are all a part of what I was doing for a type of reorganization, I'll call it. When I got here, we had an assistant director, a director, and then a few senior accountants and some just accountants. And then the clerical accounting staff, not very many in total. But what I've got is I felt for a long time like I had not the right level of experience on the staff. Like there's in numbers, I'm not certain. I think we need we need more, but also need to restructure who's supervising, because I've got an accountant, a senior accountant who's actually supervising the accounting staff. There's 4 in total, 2 accountants and 2 what do we call them?
Accounting associates.
The associates, yeah, accounting associates that do more of the entry and data entries type stuff. And so she's got that under her, on her responsibility, where I've also got senior accountants doing higher level technical accounting work, and don't supervise. So I need to distinguish that role so that we can, one, call it what it is, and also let her take more of a supervisory role as far as guiding them and supervising and that type of thing. So then at the same time, I'm trying to build a budget staff. When I got here, there was no separate budget staff. And the finance director and one staff person was having to manage that whole budget process. And I managed to get a senior accountant designate, a new senior accountant that would designate as a budget accountant. But again, it's a senior accounting level, and we're trying to actually have a budget staff because of all the work that's involved on the budget side. So we're trying to, I've asked in my reorganization to ultimately build out 2 budget analysts and a budget manager and a grants administrator, which we'll be talking about at some other date. But I can't take on everybody at the same time. So right now we're moving forward with adding a budget analyst and then creating a position of budget manager who's going to oversee the grants accounting, the grants administrator, the budget analysts that we will hopefully ultimately have. So that's also equivalent to the accounting manager, so that I'll have 2 different divisions, budget and accounting. So that's the background here. And so these are the changes that I proposed for the FY23 year. And there's another one coming down the pipe, which is the grants administrator. But Trish and I have been working on a position description. It's a very specialized role. So we want to spend a little more time trying to find a good description for a grants administrator.
Yeah, we'd rather get that right and not build it
Yeah.
while we're together.
Yeah, we're kind of in a hurry with this budget process. And once we tried to make it senior budget analyst level, and I'm like, no, I think it's a little more responsible than that. So I said, let's just wait and deal with that another time. So I think today we're asking for the review of the senior budget analyst and the budget analyst, of which we will only be filling 1 budget analyst position, and the 2 managers, accounting manager and budget manager.
So what you'll see sometimes that I'll bring to you is an attempt also to build in some career pathing, because we're not sure what level we might hire, but it makes sense to just bring them both so they could be reviewed together. It gives us a chance to get them in our position summary is a document that ultimately goes before the council for their approval, because they approve the titles and the grades that are assigned to the positions. Your role is to approve the job descriptions. It's not their role to approve the job descriptions, but they need to know you did that before they approve the titles and the grades. And so that's kind of the order of business when it comes to job descriptions in the city.
Oh, did somebody suggest we start with the budget manager? Because it's,
We could do that. Do what?
and I'll reiterate that this position will ultimately be supervising a grants administrator. This position already supervises a grants accountant, but that position is vacant right now. And will ultimately, hopefully, have 2 budget analysts reporting to it eventually. But for right now, we're just going to do 1. We're going to fill 1. So that's the level of responsibility, which in my mind makes the A17 pay grade appropriate. So I don't know, go ahead with your.
And I
process.
also did the salary comparisons before we landed there. So Jody, if just so you know, I did add the equivalency language.
On the budget manager.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you.
Did anybody have any edits there or questions?
No.
I had the same one that I had in the last 2 under both positions.
Okay.
At the very end, its work is performed in a dynamic environment that requires me to be sensitive to change.
Oh, yeah.
Requires the employee. Okay,
Mhm.
thank you.
And my other, and that maybe this is internal language, but they keep referring to the citywide budget. Well, isn't it just the city budget? I mean, is there a citywide budget?
No, you're correct. You can just call it the city budget. It is by its very nature citywide and don't. But I think that description is an attempt to describe the, what I want to say, the far-reaching,
Well,
the
that it's-
expansiveness of the role. That it's not just departmental budgets individually, because that's what you'll find at the budget analyst level. They'll just be responsible for certain departments, but this is the whole thing, leading the whole budget development process.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Well, if
That
there's a
that was the
reason for-
attempt there, but there may be a better way to say that.
And that was all I had.
So just so you know, I've already picked those edits up on the other ones.
So what is it? I'm just curious, what's an example of a responsibility for budget that does not involve a city department, but some other entity that receives money from the city?
So every dollar that leaves the city is budgeted for. We set spending authority for in our budget. So if we are giving money to an outside agency, that would be a part of the budget. But mostly the staff is responsible for development of the city budget and monitoring compliance with the city budget. Those are the primary responsibilities.
Okay, thank you.
I don't know if that answered that or not. Indirectly, they may, with the grants side of things, there's grants that we get in, which is the primary focus of the grants administrator. But within the budget are also grants out to other organizations that require monitoring.
Yeah. So Jody, the ARPA funds are probably a good example of that too. You know, the federal funds from,
Yeah, I mean, we've gotten some big influxes of federal monies in the last couple of years from CARES Act and ARPA, and it's added a lot of layers of complexity, and not having the staff here to do this, a lot of it falls on me to try to do the reporting and on all the extra responsibilities for it, so.
did anybody have any other edits?
I don't.
No, I'm good.
Jennifer, do you have some more?
No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, so that's, is that approved? It should have been in the form of a question. We're playing Jeopardy here.
I motion the approval. We need that.
Okay. So does that carry for budget manager, budget analyst, senior budget analyst? I mean, are we through all of them, or is that just the manager?
Well,
Yeah.
I noticed on senior budget analyst and budget analyst that the job summary section reads exactly the same. And I'm wondering what the distinction is between a senior analyst and a budget analyst.
So Jody, do you want to refer to that as more complex professional work or
Yes.
higher level?
Yeah, so the senior budget analyst would have a broader responsibility and may even supervise the work of a budget analyst and review and supervise their decisions in regards to what they're responsible for. And then take on larger, more complex departments as far as the budgets are concerned. I'm not sure how to exactly put that into the job summary. They both do the same basic work, but the senior budget analyst would have more complex departments, more complex research assignments.
So
And
you could just add the word complex after performs complex professional work,
Yeah.
okay,
and then leave budget analyst performs professional work.
okay,
We could do that.
Yeah.
That'll work.
That's all I had.
Am I moving too fast? Does that take care of budget analyst and senior budget analyst?
It does for me.
I think so.
Okay.
I'm
great.
okay with that additional language as well.
And for accounting manager,
Yeah, so
so I already changed Jennifer, me to the employee on the,
Okay, thank you.
yeah.
all right. And this is more on the technical accounting side, financial reporting, reconciliations, with significant supervisory responsibilities, and also takes the lead on projects, new accounting pronouncements and researching those, and being the lead on any kind of software module development, as well.
Yeah. The only thing I noticed is, again, that word "me" right at the end.
Yeah, I
Yes.
have that.
I think
covered
that was already pointed out.
Yeah, I'll change that to the employee.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm good. I think these are good job descriptions. Very detailed, thorough.
Mhm.
I, on this one, under essential job functions, the first paragraph sounds awkward to me, but I don't know why. I mean, it's probably absolutely correct. It just sounds wrong. I'm just like someone else's opinion.
It's got a lot of acronyms in there that our annual financial statements are called the Annual Comprehensive Financial Report. That's the title. You'll hear people referring to it as the ACFR, and for years and years, it used to be called the CAFR, the Comprehensive Annual Financial Report. And that's ACFR. So that's a term that they use. And it's a big document, and it's a primary job function for this position. It has to follow generally accepted accounting principles, of course, and those are the principles we follow when doing our transactions during the year. And then it's audited. So we prepare it in accordance with the standards, and then it's audited in accordance with auditing standards. And the Maryland State Code also has some audit requirements behind it. So I don't know if there's a comma or a way to break that up into two sentences. It's just taking that document and like taking it
Yeah.
to its stages. So
Right.
I think a comma after GAAP is sufficient to make the
Okay.
distinction between
all
the
right.
functions.
Yeah, that helps.
That's my take on it.
A comma or a semicolon?
I would just,
Just a comma?
I'm leaning toward a comma.
Okay.
And
But-
And my only other correction was on bullet 3 under essential job functions. That comma needs to be moved closer to the Emma.
Right, Emma.
oh,
Okay.
okay. Hey, good catch.
has an
It's a lovely comma.
I know.
Yes, it is. It's well
Giving Emma
placed.
some space there.
Yeah, we're in Amazon space. Okay. These bullets, Tricia, I don't know if formatting matters.
Mhm.
Some of them are full justified and appear to be very spaced out, like a different font or something. No, I think they're just spaced out. This one's full justified when everything else is left justified. I don't know how that gets copy pasted in there, but and maybe that's a way to make it more noticeable when you're reading it. I don't know if that's a plan or not. And Tricia, I just also, there's comments left embedded in these Word documents.
Oh,
from
they're
my
gone
review.
now.
Yeah, okay.
I'll clean all of that up.
Yeah, all right.
So when I do the final,
Mhm. You
excuse
take
me.
everything out, except all the changes
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Good.
Thank you.
I'm being called now, guys. So thank you for allowing me to be with you, and I'll see you soon.
Do you want to call us into adjournment or leave that to Leona?
Leona.
Oh, let me do it.
How to do something.
Bless you, Leona. You are a brave person. Thank you, guys. Talk to you later.
All right, thanks,
Bye.
Al.
Yeah,
Good luck.
bye-bye.
Just a question, do I have to move that the ones we've just reviewed are acceptable to the board? Okay.
You,
So,
well, you did that all along the
Oh, we
way.
did-
but you-
okay, all right, then I will make a motion that the committee adjourn today's meeting. Is that right?
A second.
All in favor?